Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, welcomes you to our biggest clearance sale of the year, the Happy Honda Days sales event. Get year-end clearance pricing on over 900 new Hondas, plus a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Honda. Save thousands on your new Honda right here at Team Honda.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bugg Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
They said I could find you here. Why are you fishing? Our company's got to ship out 2 full color brochures and 20 color copies. You're killing me.
It's done. Designed, printed, packaged, and shipped.
How?
You just got to know the right people. Baker Printing, the printing people.
How come you get to fish in this private lake?
Like I said, you just got to know the right people. You can know the right people too.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hello and welcome to our final Christmas week. This one over here, Marty, all the way to the left. There you go. Better late than never. Our final edition of the Clarence Bugg Show for Christmas week. Like the Exiles, we will be out for the remainder of the week, back fresh, hopefully invigorated on Monday. And of course, we will follow that same schedule as well for New Year's. Invigorated may not be the most appropriate term, because after watching what is arguably the most dysfunctional group of individuals on planet Earth, Congress, no, not you're not quite that bad, Bill and Kev, watching Congress pass the $900 billion coronavirus relief bill, attached to the $1.4 trillion spending bill, was as painful an exercise as you can probably imagine. Ironically, that seems to be standard operating procedure with these group of clowns as time goes on. The two bills totaled 5,693 pages, and the House of Representatives was given 6 hours to read it. Now imagine, if you will, where you work, those of you that are allowed to work. Imagine in the Monday morning meeting, the boss comes in and he's got guys behind him pulling dollies. And on the conference table in front of each employee, he plops down a binder with right at 6,000 pages in it and announces that this is going to be our operating schedule for the next year. We need you to go through this. Tell us if you see any waste, any duplication, anything that won't work, and we're going to vote on it later on. Yeah, Jimmy, what you got? When are we going to vote? Let's see, it's 9 o'clock now. How about 3 o'clock? 6 hours to read 5,693 pages. Now, you know what's going to happen here, right? Number one, it is a physical impossibility to read that many pages, much less digest it and or scrutinize it in 6 hours. So what they will do is the members of the House will immediately flip to the section where the pork is for their district. As long as their allocation is in there and they can go home and stick their chest out to their constituents, yeah, I brought home the bacon, they're going to vote for it. The government would have shut down on Friday. And yet, how long have they been knowing this was the deadline? Let's see. I know it's 2020 and there's coronavirus and all of this stuff going on. But I don't remember them announcing that because of COVID-19, we've decided we're going to have a budget every year. And since we only decided this a couple of days ago, well, now we're in a rush to beat the deadline. You've known about this since this time a year ago. Of course, now, that typically is what happens when you're dealing with opium. No, not the narcotic, OPM, other people's money. Some takeaways, and I'm sure there are going to be more and more and more by the thousands of them we're going to uncover as we finally get the time to go through this omnibus spending bill, not to mention the COVID relief bill. $300 million for NPR, what some call the propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. Imagine what the furor would be from progressives if we were to allocate $300 million for 1 year for a news organization funded by the American people that only gave a conservative viewpoint. Gesundheit. Imagine what the outcry would be. Why is it that NPR is not like everybody else? You get out there and produce quality programming, you sell it to an advertiser, and let the chips fall where they may. $300 million for NPR. Did you know that the Endowment for the Humanities is also getting $300 million of your tax dollars? I love this one. This is proof positive that the halls of Congress are filled with crap. $25 million for the next year for cleaning supplies for the Capitol building. My only question is, what are you going to do for cleaning supplies for the other 363 days of the year? With all the crap that's in the halls of Congress, $25 million for cleaning supplies ain't going to cut it. Of course, now there's also $25 million for additional salaries for the United States House of Representatives. What? Y'all thought y'all were the only ones that's going to get some COVID relief funds out of this? You're going to love this one. You can't make this stuff up. $25 million for Pakistan's diversity program. 25 million of your tax dollars for freaking Pakistan's diversity program. Speaking of ones you're going to love, $720 million for the Social Security Administration. Wait a minute, Clarence. I depend on my Social Security now. Don't go messing with them. I don't have a problem with that. Here's what I got a problem with. $720 million to the Social Security Administration, but only $200 million goes to help the people. The other $520 million of your tax dollars goes to, quote, administrative costs. Other people's money. Check this one out. $43 million for democracy programs for Venezuela. And an unspecified amount to Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Trinidad and Tobago, quote, for assistance to communities in countries supporting or otherwise impacted by refugees from Venezuela. It would almost, and I stress, it would almost be comical if it weren't so sad. At what point is the American public going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired? This thing is so far out of control, it is unbelievable. Here it is, Americans, through no fault of their own, hurting, unemployed in record numbers, businesses going under in untold numbers. And we are throwing away money like nobody's business. Now, it would be bad enough under any other circumstances if it were simply money being thrown away. But this is your money. This is money that hardworking, decent, God-fearing Americans get up every freaking day and go to a job, many of whom can't stand the job they go to, but they do it because they've got a family to support. They do it because they believe in taking care of their own. And these freaking yahoos are up there spending our money like this. If this doesn't make you rich, then you're the problem. If you allow this sort of crap to continue without taking time out of your busy schedule, without taking time out of your pursuit of the American dream to let these yahoos know what time it is, then you, my friend, are the problem. Things are not going to change. It should be painfully obvious by now, until the American people get sick and tired of being sick and tired. First break of today's show. Let me get this done. We'll come back and soldier on right where you've got it. Here on the Pelican, on the Clarence Buggs Show. Stay close.
IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with The Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on every new 21 Mazda, plus 90 days deferred payments during the season of inspiration at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. I guess this really comes as no surprise with the state of the LSU football program being what it is. Under normal circumstances, figuring in COVID-19, figuring in a 5-5 record, you would imagine that there are some coaching changes in the offing. I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that last year's greatest of all time season only served to exacerbate the problem. There's probably, give or take a few people, not a reasonable fan out there that really expected a year anywhere near approaching last year, due in large part, pandemic aside, to the number and the quality of individuals that moved on to the NFL and or graduated after their time with LSU. So if we were reasonable, and I know that's asking a lot for some Tiger fans, I get it. We are some of the most fickle fans on the planet. And when you hear people say, well, Clarence fan is just short for fanatic, ding, 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 you got that right, especially when you're talking about our Tiger fans. But at the end of the day, you got to be realistic about these things. So most of us understood full well this year, English teachers, here we go in 3, 2, 1, ain't going to be nothing like last year. Just wasn't going to happen. Sorry. That's just the nature of the beast. But when you combine all of these things together, maybe at the top of the list, unrealistic expectations from Tiger fans, you knew that the axe was going to fall probably as soon as the season ended for members of the coaching staff. That is just the nature of the beast. That's how things go in big-time college athletics. So yesterday it was announced that LSU will part ways with defensive coordinator Bo Pelini. You probably remember all the fanfare that accompanied Bo Pelini on his return to Tiger Town. He was integral in helping LSU to their previous national title in 2007. Bo Pelini, bless his heart, is one of those love him or hate him kind of guys. He is a fiery individual, although he did manage to temper that somewhat with age, but still a very passionate individual. And he's, again, one of those folks that you either love him or you hate him. He is guaranteed the remaining income of his 3-year contract, which, according to news sources, puts that buyout at around $5.2 million. Unfortunately for the Tiger program, this is going to take up most of the limited budget that Coach Ed Orgeron already has to restructure his staff. Because of COVID-19, it is estimated that LSU athletics will probably lose in the neighborhood of $80 million in revenue this year. It is a considerable chunk of change. And at the end of the day, it's all about wins and losses. The Advocate, meanwhile, is also reporting that other coaches are expected to leave the program in the coming days. Safeties coach Bill Bush, defensive line coach Bill Johnson is expected to retire, and you can probably read between the lines on that one. And passing game coordinator Scott Linehan will also depart as well. LSU released a statement yesterday regarding Pelini, writing that the program and the coach agreed to mutually part ways. Quote, "While this year has been challenging in many ways," this is Bo Pelini, "the decision to return to LSU, a place that I love with many wonderful memories, is something that I'm thankful for. However, after meeting with Coach O and discussing the future of the program, we have mutually decided that it's best we part ways. I wish nothing but success for LSU, Coach O, and the players that I thoroughly enjoyed coaching and getting to know this year. I was proud of how hard our team competed down the stretch, the way our young guys stepped up and were developing, and the overall direction we were headed. I am grateful to Coach O, a friend, and I am thankful for the opportunity to come back to LSU. But I've decided to move on in my coaching career. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Coach O, the staff, the players, and the entire LSU community. I will be pulling for the Tigers wherever my next stop will be." Rest assured, Bo Pelini will get another job someplace else. Rest assured, there will in all likelihood be more individuals that depart from the coaching staff. And more important, rest assured, the Tigers will continue their march back to greatness. Aside from the experience factor with the young men that are still on the roster, make no mistake about it, LSU is chock full of talent. It is simply a matter of getting them the reps that they need, getting them to learn one another. And when all is said and done, I have no doubt that the brand, quote unquote, will be none the worse for wear. Speaking of the brand, you probably saw in the Kansas City Chiefs New Orleans Saints matchup that former Tiger, well, I say former Tiger, once a Tiger, always a Tiger, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire suffered an injury that forced him out of the game. According to Ian Rappaport, X-rays were negative, according to Coach Andy Reid. They'll know more after an MRI scheduled for this week. The early expectation is that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is done for the regular season with a chance to return to the playoffs. It was heartbreaking to watch, and that's one of the things that comes along with being an LSU fan. There are so many Tigers on rosters all across the NFL. When they play the Saints, you're pulling against these former Tigers, but you still want the best for them, regardless. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been a mainstay for the Chiefs. He has represented LSU and the Baton Rouge area well. And we certainly wish nothing but the best for that young man, unless he comes back for the Super Bowl and he's playing the Saints. No, just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Nothing but the best. Our well wishes and our prayers go out for a speedy recovery for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't know how many of you noticed, but Kansas City has a pipeline / love affair with Louisiana. I didn't get to go down the entire roster, but I noticed particularly there were 4 Louisiana products that were integral in Kansas City's win over the Saints this past weekend. It is yet more proof positive. And you know this full well if you are a native or if you're just a student of the game, and particularly the NFL. Per capita, for a state our size, in other words, Louisiana produces more NFL products than any other state in the union, and produces more than a lot of other states that are considerably larger than ours. I will leave to you to decide what that says about our infatuation with sports. I will leave to you to decide what that says about football being a religion in the South and Saturday being the holy day of obligation. I leave all of that to you to decide. But the old folks tell us the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And when you look at what is, number one, the defending NFL champ, number 2, the odds-on favorite to be in the Super Bowl again, and there are 4 Louisiana products, 3 hailing from LSU, 1 from Louisiana Tech, that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. And that's just from one franchise. We will keep an eye on the situation with one of our very own, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And I know y'all saying, Clarence, he with the enemy now, he with Kansas City. He's still one of our own, any way you cut it. As I mentioned earlier, once a Tiger, always a Tiger. And we wish nothing but the best for that young man and a very speedy recovery. We need to get our bottom of the hour break out of the way. COVID-19 claiming another Mardi Gras casualty here in South Louisiana. And I guess I have to put this in the category of ugh, or yuck, or really? We'll let you decide when we come back and continue today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Jaguar Nation, we need your help in masking up Louisiana.
Masks help us slow the spread of COVID-19.
During this time, we must continue to wear a mask, wash our hands, and practice social distancing.
It's important that we continue to abide by the CDC's guidelines to stop the spread.
Jaguar Nation, we challenge you to mask up. Go Jag!
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
At Team Toyota, Toyotathon is underway. It's your chance to save during our biggest sale of the year. Get our lowest prices and our lowest payments on every new Toyota. Plus, get a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Toyota. Right now at Team Toyota.
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. Again, this will be our final broadcast with you for Christmas week. We will return along with the Exiles on Monday. And don't forget, if you need to, you can set the DVR for the replay of our show tonight at 11. The COVID-19 pandemic has put a serious damper on Mardi Gras festivities all across South Louisiana. And this one, I guess, really comes as no surprise. The good folks in Point Capee Parish, the New Roads Mardi Gras, by the way, the second oldest continually running Mardi Gras in the entire state of Louisiana, deciding last week to cancel their traditional festivities due to the coronavirus. In a post on their parish government's Facebook page, they stated, quote, "On December 17th, local parade organizers, parish officials, and local law enforcement met regarding the fate of the 2021 Mardi Gras season in Point Capee Parish. After careful consideration, members of Point Capee Parish government, the Parish Sheriff's Office, Office of the City of New Roads, the NRPD, along with Community Carnival Club, New Roads Lions Club, the crew of Old River, made the difficult decision to cancel Mardi Gras 2021. The decision was not taken lightly, but was made by all those responsible for parish Mardi Gras parades to place the health and safety of our citizens as top priority. Mardi Gras does simply not allow for social distancing, and the risk of infection would be extremely high for those participating. Our health care and hospital systems simply could not handle additional caseloads on top of the already rising numbers. While the decision was one that was difficult and not taken lightly, as a group, it was determined that the health and well-being of our citizens and visitors is top priority. You had to know this was coming, because with the cancellation of parades in all the various locales, just imagine, if you will, if they decided to go ahead with Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is so ingrained, so steeped in tradition in Louisiana. Marty, help me out. Typically, for the Lions Club and the Community Carnival Club, those two parades, generally there's a crowd in New Roads of what, 80 to 100,000 maybe? Is it that many? Ballpark guesstimate. 50 to 75,000. Just imagine if they were the only ones to put on a Mardi Gras parade. Imagine how many people would descend upon the tiny town of New Roads, the parish of Point Capee, because they desperately wanted to get their Mardi Gras fix. You follow me? If it were only those that traditionally go to this famous family-friendly Mardi Gras, that would be one thing. But you know how we are. And this is not a knock on us. It is simply the reality of the moment. If we were to find out, hey man, you know, New Roads is going ahead with their Mardi Gras, dude, when we're leaving, there would be people coming from every nook and cranny in South Louisiana, the Sinloa area, central Louisiana, the Ark-La-Tex. They would be coming from all over the place to get the Mardi Gras fix. So while it was a painful decision for the folks in Point Capee, and particularly the city of New Roads, because again, they are the second oldest continually running Mardi Gras parade in all of Louisiana. It was a painful decision, but at the end of the day, it's pretty much the only decision they could make. And you feel bad for the crews. You feel bad for all the individuals that once the floats were parked last year, they immediately start planning for 2021, raising money, so on and so forth, coming up with ideas, all these sorts of things. But you know me, I'm a big believer in how you choose to look at things. It will still be the second oldest parade in Louisiana for Mardi Gras. It will still be an opportunity to put on a family-friendly parade when it resumes, and it will still be an opportunity to showcase a small city on a grand scale. So you can either look at it that way, or you can sit around on the pity pot, the old woe is me thing. But you know, I'm one that just doesn't like to quote go there. I told you guys and girls, I don't know what category this falls into. None of them are pleasant. Maybe, now that I think about it, maybe it's kind of like Louisiana. Some people will eat anything. Y'all know, and again, you will accept this in the spirit that is given. I'm a Louisiana boy, and I pride myself on the fact that we'll eat anything that doesn't eat us first. Pure and simple. Well, this one, I don't know about. Have you heard this? McDonald's, to round out 2020, has a special sandwich that they're going to put on sale in China. This sandwich, called the lunch meat burger, features, I guess I could say it features, maybe I should just say it includes, it features 2 patties of Spam covered with crushed Oreo cookies and topped with mayonnaise. Marty says, yum. 2 Spam patties topped with crushed Oreo cookies and mayonnaise. I understand as well as the next person. People have different tastes, okay? I get it. After all, if you believe the media, there were some folk in China that were eating bats, and now we got COVID-19, okay? Different show for a different day. I understand full well people have different tastes. It's funny watching students at LSU and Southern that come here from other states, other countries, and go to their first crawfish boil. And they're like, you suck the what? you know, you stick your finger in and get the what out? Oh, no, bruh. No. So I understand, you know, people have different tastes. It took me the longest. But now, oysters, I only eat them raw. Can't give them to me fried. My late father was the biggest fried oyster eater on the planet. But me, if it's not raw, with cocktail sauce, spritz of lemon, a dash of Tabasco, you can keep it. So I understand. You know, people have different tastes. And fact of the matter is, we like what we like. But 2 slices of Spam topped with crushed Oreo cookies and mayonnaise. Now, what's that, Marty? Yeah, what's the song for that one, right? Yeah. Can you imagine having to try to write the jingle for that sandwich? Can you imagine? Now, I learned a long time ago, you will be amazed at what you will eat when you're broke. Not only will you eat it, but you'll like it. I have friends that told me, man, red beans, man, I don't eat that. I've had people tell me all kinds of stuff that I don't eat that. And I always tell them, you just hadn't gotten hungry enough. Get hungry enough. You will be amazed at what you will eat. And you'll like it. Spam, topped with Oreo cookies and mayonnaise. Okay? I will never forget. I was one of those people at one time. I don't eat dark meat on chicken. If you can't give me a breast and a wing, I don't want anything to do with it. Until the first time I got laid off after I moved from under my parents' roof. And I'll never forget, I'm standing in line at Church's Fried Chicken. You know black people and their fried chicken. I'm standing there and I'm looking at the menu board. And I got limited dollars in my wallet because I've been laid off. And I say, okay, I can get a 3-piece white meat, or I can get an 8-piece dark meat. With the 3-piece, I can have 1 meal. With the 8-piece, I can get 3 meals out of that. I'll take the 8-piece dark for $200, please, Alex. Been eating dark meat ever since. You will be amazed at what you will eat when you're broke. And not only will you eat it, you'll like it. Now, 2 patties of Spam with crushed Oreos and mayonnaise, that might be a stretch. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let me get this final break of this day's show out of the way. We'll come back, put a big old pretty bow on this puppy, and wrap up this week's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. Here and only here on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Buggs Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Buggs Show. The only thing missing is you.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to the final segment of today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. Marty and I, floor producer extraordinaire, were talking during the commercial break just now, and we were kind of reminiscing about things we ate as kids. Now, don't misunderstand me, y'all. I love some Spam. As a matter of fact, if you're a true, real South Louisianian, and you can look me in the eye without flinching and saying you've never had Spam with a mustard and brown sugar glaze on it, you might want to go back and check your birth certificate because you ain't from here. You ain't from here. I cannot tell you the number of times that my late father, brother, and I went on a fishing trip, and it was either Spam for breakfast or it was a Spam sandwich for lunch. Y'all know y'all had them greasy brown paper bags that mom packed for you. Halfway through the fishing trip, you pull over to the bank and you break out the greasy brown bag and you have lunch. Some of my fondest memories are from those days. And there may well have been a little individual pack of Oreos in the bag with the Spam sandwich. But never once did it occur to me to take the Oreos, crush them up, and put them on top of the Spam in the sandwich. That's not a sandwich, that's a sandwich. I mean, that's a sandwich. And then mayonnaise on top of that too? Nah, y'all can have that one, China. Y'all can have that one. Listen, y'all, in all seriousness, with COVID-19 being what COVID-19 is, and the year that we've all had to endure, let me ask one thing of you as we head into the heart of the holiday season. Don't do stupid stuff over the holidays. When you play stupid games, inevitably you win stupid prizes. And I understand with the mental strain that everybody's been under, wanting to, quote, cut loose for the holidays is a natural inclination. Hey, bro, hold my beer and watch this. I get it. I get it. Been there, done that. But we're entering that time of year where people need a release. People are searching for any little thing that allows an outward expression, any little thing that gives them the opportunity to resemble the footloose, fancy-free lives that most of us enjoyed pre-COVID-19. But again, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And what a shame it would be to get all the way through 2020, COVID-19, unemployed, waiting on Congress, watching them insult us with how they spend our money and the whole nine. And you win a stupid prize because you insisted on playing stupid games. There are still people to this day, after all the people that we've read about, heard about, seen, that have lost their lives in pursuit of a selfie, there are still people doing it today. 38-year-old woman in Australia, one of the latest victims. Now, this is a 200-foot cliff, okay? That's what, roughly 20 stories, with a barrier around the rocks and signs posted. Stay off rocks, stay off barricades. This is the Barocca Lookout Point. Awesome view. Mountains behind it, deep valleys, gorges, the whole nine. And it is a place where more than one person has already fallen to their deaths trying to take a freaking selfie. So, of course, this woman climbs over the railing, ignoring the signs, ignoring the obvious danger, and falls to her death. It's needless, absolutely needless, and Some might say, well, Clarence, that's Darwinism at its finest. I'm not going there. I'm just saying what some people would call that. But at the end of the day, life is too precious. At the end of the day, it's not just you. It's why we always allude to you and yours. What a shame it would be that after going through all of this in 2020, instead of planning for a nice, small, intimate New Year's celebration, or a nice, small, intimate Christmas celebration, that the yours variable in the you and yours are instead planning your funeral. When you play stupid games, y'all, you win stupid prizes. And I don't know how many of you have ever watched, what's it, is the show 10,000 Ways to Die? Something like that, 1,000 Ways to Die. Thank you, Marty. You'd be amazed at how easily you can end your life. You really would. And typically, as is the case with the holidays, it starts with hold my beer. And the rest is history. Here's hoping that you and yours will pause during this holiday season and truly be thankful for what you have. If nothing else, 2020 has forced us to revisit our association with and appreciation of the things that truly matter. It's revealed to us that there is a distinct difference between our needs and our wants. And hopefully, sometime before the holidays are over, you'll take the time, some introspection and reflection, and give thanks for the things in your life that truly matter. That being said, my time's up and I gotta go. But again, this day, like any other, you're right. America, we ain't perfect, but doggone it, for this old boy's money, it's the best there is. And God knows there's no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you realize he loves you, right? And I hope you know that I do too. Then again, it really doesn't matter, because there ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. Take care of yourselves and each other. Merry Christmas. See you Monday.